Hello everyone, so this is my second time making this video. I tried to do it showing my face and stuff, but I just couldn't find a place that the lighting was good and I could set up the camera or my phone or whatever. But yeah, so my second try. This is all my grooming things, or like my I don't know, like tack box collection, I guess you could say. Just noticed the handle on this bucket's a bit bent, but anyway, so it's my grooming stuff. So I usually keep them in these little bags and then put them in the bucket, but I just washed all the brushes and the bags are just still drying, so that's another thing that I made the video again because my brushes were really dirty and I just washed them. So I guess we'll get started. So first of all, I have this horse shampoo. I haven't used it yet. I just used it to wash the brushes actually, but I haven't used it on the horses yet, but you saw it in my last haul video. And that's what it looks like. It's nothing fancy, but just a simple horse shampoo. And then I'll go to the brushes now. So I have, some of these brushes are mine, some are my sister's, but we basically share anyway. So this is, all the ones this colour are mine, and the ones in the darker blue are my sister's. So that's basically how you can tell whose is who in the video, so I'm not going to say, but I have this body brush. It's just, I've had all these brushes for at least 5 years, probably longer. Yeah, probably more like 8 years maybe. So it's pretty good condition for that. Nothing fancy, they just came in a grooming bag, you know, kind of a kit, so I saved a lot of money. Just the basic body brush, and it's probably Roma brand or something similar, but that's that one. And then the other body brush, obviously my sister's, just so you know, these ones are my sister's colour. Similar shape, but a little bit different, so hers are probably just different make, but the bristles are the same. Hers are falling out though, her bristles fall out a lot and mine haven't been, but I'm just gonna, they're not quite dry yet, so I'm just gonna pop them like that so they can dry. Then I have my dandy. Again, some bristles are falling out, that's the only thing that's, you can tell they're not brand new, but they look pretty new and they work very well. So dandy. This curry comb, it's like a round one, and then you use it like this. Yeah, it's kind of stiff, it's not very squishy at all, so I didn't use that a whole lot, but it came in the kit, so sometimes I use it if their horse is super muddy, that's really dry mud, I guess. Then my rubber curry comb, this one didn't come in the kit, but I bought it separately. I think it was only a few dollars, and I love this thing so much. It's sparkly blue, super squishy. I use this pretty much on a daily basis, and it washes up like brand new every time. So it's really one of my favourite things. Then I have this mane comb, or mane and tail comb. It's got the black grippy stuff here. That's my big one. And then my little one, which is cute, and it's good for parting the mane and doing little tangles, and yeah. And then the other dandy, you can see it's a bit longer than the other one, but the same black and white bristles. And just, yeah, great for getting off mud and loose hair. You can see if they say Emma, they're my sister's, and if they say CR, they're mine. Then I have my hoof pick. It's a bit worn out on the brush, but otherwise it's pretty good, and it still works perfectly fine. And see, my sister's hoof pick isn't used as much as mine is, so the bristles are pretty much perfect and looks really nice and new. because both horses are mine. My sister just helps out and rides and stuff, but they're actually my horses. So then I have my sweat scraper. I use this a lot, and it's quite comfortable to hold, and it just looks like that. I prefer these to those long ones that you bend in the line. Like, they just are really hard to use, and especially the metal ones, I just feel like not really good for the horse, you know. I just feel like it probably is fine, but I just feel like scared to use it. I don't have one, but I've used them before. Then my sponge, which I use all the time. I probably need a few more sponges, but it's very important to clean, wash off your horse's sweat after you ride, or else you'll get sweat sores and nasty things, and it's very important. So I need to get some more, but yeah. And then here is another curry comb. It is a rubber one, not hard plastic like this, but it is very stiff, compared to this one, which is squishy, but it's the same shape and stuff. This one's just a lot firmer. And it's also a little bit small for my hand. You can see this is a lot wider than this. It's probably for little kids, but I can just get my hand in it, but I can hold it like this too. But yeah. And then another mane comb, which is like that. And then there's a head lice, kids head lice combs. You comb out the head lice. This I use for getting the botfly eggs out, or off my horses. So you just you don't use it all the way up here, because obviously the horse isn't that long, but you just use the end, pretend this was the fur, this tail, you would just go like that, and they come right off. The only thing you have to do is make sure you're not combing the eggs off onto a place where your horse is going to eat, because your horse will still ingest the eggs off the ground if you've put it onto the grass or onto where you feed hay. You've got to do it somewhere where your horse isn't eating. So I don't have a proper bot comb, but this works just fine. My bucket's still got a bit of water in it. I need to tip that out. Then I have now they're all wet, but I'll dry them off before they go rusty. I just have a pair of scissors. I use scissors all the time. It's just important to have a pair of scissors, because either if you're trimming your horse's tail, mane, maybe your horse has got a big string of mud stuck in its hair and you can't comb it out, you might just want to just snip it off. Or I also keep these in my tack room, so I use it to cut the hay string off when I get a new bale of hay each time. It's just really handy to have a pair of scissors. So they're nothing fancy, they're just, yeah. And then I have my hoof oil, which is the last thing I have. Oops. Going for a roll. It's this Ethel Hoof Soft. This is my old tub. Oh, let me try and open it for a sec. You can see it's quite dirty, so this year I'm going to sort of wipe off the horse's hooves with a towel first, and then before I put the hoof oil on, or else it gets quite yucky. But I'm almost finished this, so we got a new tub for the summer. Obviously I'll use this first, but anyway. So this is the new one. Ethel Hoof Soft. It's in a different language, but yeah, it's really, really good, and it smells super nice, and it definitely helps a lot. If your horse's feet get really cracked and dry in the summer, it's a really good preventative, but it also works as a treatment. And to apply that, I just use this little paintbrush. Just so you guys know, if you're using the stuff, you've got to wash your brush every time after you use it, or else it gets really dry and really nasty. So if if you don't want to be wasting brushes, you just wash your brush after each use. So that is all my things, and then this bucket I use, I fill it up with water every time after I ride, or like I do it before I ride so I can use it after. And then I just use my sponge and my sweat scraper to clean my horse. So yeah. I probably do need to get a few more things, just like washing, like for washing with like the shampoo and a few new sponges, but other than that, this is things that I use a lot, some not so much, but the majority of it gets used on a daily basis. So yeah, I guess before I go, I'll just let you guys know that if you're getting into horses or you're new to horses, you don't have to feel like you're going to spend like all the money on like the most expensive things, because the cheap things aren't going to last long or whatever. Because I can tell you now, all these things were probably the cheapest in the shop, and I bought them the cheapest way to buy them, really. Like in those like little kids kits. And as I said, I've been using these brushes for 8 years and they're still going strong. So, you know, they're not the most pretty looking things ever, but they're not ugly, and they're fine. They work really well, last a long time, and very, very cheap. So I hope this video was interesting and fun to watch, and gave you a bit of an idea of what sort of things you might want to add to your grooming kit if you don't have them already. And you can let me know what you have that I don't have here, and yeah, you can make a video response. I would love to see what you guys have, and please request videos. It can be horse related, just anything. I probably am going to make a belly ring video and like my experience, and probably some earring videos in the next few weeks. So if you're interested in seeing them, let me know. So other than that, I'm going to go. So yeah, love you all. Bye.